Just trying to make something out of nothing. Just another day of hustling. Ooh, just another day of hustling. Another day of hustling. If it's out there, I'ma go get it. That's why I'm in the field trying to stack me up a million.
Hustlers, hustlers, hustlers. What's cracking? It's your boy Deshaun. Welcome back to another episode of Roof Hustlers, baby, where we tackle all your daily door-to-door objections, rejections, and we teach you guys how to make connections, man. Because if you ain't creating genuine customer connections, building better customer relationships, and providing premier customer service, then you know, like I know, guys, you ain't making a difference in your wallet or the community, baby. And that's what we do over here at Roof Hustlers, man. Help you guys go from average to good, from good to great. Always keeping food on your plate, baby. Because if you do what I do, you know it's a jungle out here. So, first of all, I hope you hustlers is having a great third quarter. I hope you still got your foot on the gas. I hope you ain't slowed up on the grind. I hope you still got the pedal to the metal going full throttle, baby. You know, I want to give a big shout out to all the companies that brought me out this year, man. I appreciate you guys tremendously. We actually just hit our 20th company for the year, Savage Roofing over there in Illinois. Our goal was to do 25 this year, so we 5 away from that goal. No doubt in my mind we're going to crush that. But I just want to say much love and respect and thank you to everybody that done had me out and allowed me to pour into their team and make a huge impact for y'all. So this week, what I want to share for you hustlers, guys, I got some spiritual practices for you guys, right? So I want to give you 4 principles and practices for prosperity within your business or your sales, right? And the word prosperity just means to flow. So I want to give you some practices, some principles that allow your grind, your hustle to flow at the level that it's supposed to be flowing at, right? Because, you know, once you get your mind right, you can get your grind right. So it's always nice to have sales tips and tricks, but also we want to make sure we're touching that mindset, guys, so you got the right thought process, so you manifesting and attracting the right things in your life, right? So without further ado, let's jump into today's episode, 4 principles and practices for prosperity. So first principle I got for you guys is clarity, right? One of my mentors taught me nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes clear. So what you need to do is get clarity on your vision, get clarity on your goals, get clarity on your dreams, your desires, get clarity on your values, whatever that may be, guys. You need to take time and write out what it is that you're after. Because once your why is in place, the how doesn't matter. And one thing I've noticed is a lot of guys have a lot of fog. They have a lot of, they don't have the correct clarity that they need to execute their dreams and their desires. So you ask a lot of people what it is that they want, and the common answer that they tell you is, I don't know. So when we first started Roof Hustlers, guys, we already had the vision. We had clarity on what we was going to do. We was going to go to other roofing companies, coach and train their guys. And they asked me how I was going to get there. I said, we're going to create a YouTube channel. And then from the YouTube channel, we created the Instagram channel, right? But we had clarity on where we wanted to go and where we wanted to take this thing. So if you don't have clarity, what I would recommend you do is take time to write out all the things that you want to do, right? And then you label them from 1 to 5, from 1 being, the least important, 10 being the most important. And then you get them in order. And the most important things, that's probably the clarity that you're looking for to execute on the things that you want. So even if your goal is to sell $1 million, $2 million in roof this year, get clarity on that. Figure out how many doors you need to knock to get to your first deal. Figure out what your average commission is. Figure out how many hours a day you putting in on the grind. Figure out the science behind the hustle. So now you got clarity on your numbers. You got clarity on your vision. That way, every day you get out there, you know what you're going after. One of my bosses used to tell me my first year in the industry, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. And a lot of you guys don't have the proper clarity to execute your goals at the highest levels. So that's the first principle that I got for you guys. Get clarity. And like one of my mentors told me, Mr. Myron Golden himself, nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes clear, right? So that's the first principle, clarity. The second one I got for you guys is you gotta be decisive, right? That's a trait that all successful, prosperous people possess, is being decisive. You got to be able to make decisions fast and then change them slowly. And one thing I've learned, a lot of people aren't good at making their mind up. A lot of people aren't good at, just making a decision. It's that simple. Like if you want to invest into yourself, guys, and it costs $2,000, you just make that decision and you make that investment, right? Like, because you never make the right decision. You just make a decision and you make it right. Like there's a story when Dale Carnegie, when he was talking to Napoleon Hill about writing the book Think and Grow Rich, he told him go interview all of these people and write this book. And Napoleon Hill said, okay, I'm the person for that. And Dale Carnegie told him he was timing him, and if it took him more than 60 seconds to make that decision, he knew he wasn't the right person for that job, right? Because successful people just make decisions pretty fast. And the issue with most people is when somebody asks them to make a decision or, make an investment or do all of these things, they need to go talk to their neighbor, they need to go talk to their mom, they need to go talk to their brother, they need to get on Facebook and ask Facebook what they think it is. And the crazy part about that entire situation, they're talking to somebody that's in the same financial position as them or probably in a less financial position than they in, and they're asking that person to help them make a decision. I'm telling you guys, you don't need people or permission to make the right decisions. You just make a decision. You gotta be decisive. Because understand, it's a thing called first movers advantage. And it's the people that act fast and act first, they get more opportunities and they get way more success than the people who take forever to make decisions. So I want to let you know, if you're a person that struggles with making decisions, get decisive, guys. So that even mean pulling up in the neighborhood and you see that 100 square roof and you trying to debate whether you want to do it or not. No, just go knock the door, guys. Don't spend too much time thinking about things. You're in the neighborhood and this ain't no soliciting, so what? Just knock the door. So stop spending so much time contemplating, is it the right decision? Is it the wrong decision? Just make a decision. And I promise you, as you continue to keep being decisive in the decisions that you make, you'd be surprised the opportunities that come your way. So that's the second one I got for you guys. Be decisive. And like I said, got to be able to make decisions fast and change them slowly. Versus people who don't make decisions fast, what they usually do is take forever to make a decision, and they always change in their mind. They never just stick through and follow through with a thing. When we came up with the idea for Roof Hustlers, I tell you no lie, I came up with it on a Tuesday. I recorded my first episode on a Thursday. We didn't put too much thought into this thing. We just made a decision and got it popping. Like my boy Grant Cardone always say, commit now and figure it out later. So that's the second principle and practice I got for you guys to being prosperous. Be decisive. Be decisive, guys. So the third principle or practice I got for you guys in being prosperous is you gotta be autonomous, right? And what does autonomous mean? It means being self-motivated. It means being self-driven. It means being self-inspired, right? That means you're not waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. You're not waiting for your manager to tell you where to go work at. You're not waiting for society to tell you what's best for you. Like, I don't need somebody to wake me up in the morning. When you self-autonomous, you just get up and you get after it. So you gotta have that internal drive that gets you up every day and make you go after it. Like, you shouldn't be seeking external motivation. I tell everybody, I don't need motivation, I just need information. Because once I get the proper information, I can make the right decisions and I can execute, right? So you guys gotta be self-autonomous. You gotta figure out what that is every day internally inside of you that gets you up every day. Because I wanna let you know, highly successful and prosperous people, they don't need somebody to wake them up, to drag them to the gym, to get them in the field, to make them knock doors. They don't got to call their mentor and say, hey, man, I need some motivation today. Nah, I don't go like that. They just wake up and they take care of themselves. So you got to build some self-autonomy, guys. Whatever it is that you may be struggling with, if you're looking for external people to get you going, you got to get up off of that, because you'll never hit the level of success that you want to hit if you're waiting on other people to tell you where to go and what to do. Now, being self-autonomous, one thing you can do is pay for mentorship, and then you can get a mentor to help you make sure you're making the right decisions and going in the right direction. But one thing a mentor will not do for you is they will not do the work for you. So you gotta be self-autonomous, guys. You gotta be self-disciplined. You gotta be willing to do the things that you don't want to do when you need to do them. I do not like waking up every day at 5 in the morning, but I know it's an advantage when you get up 4 hours before the rest of the world in your generation and you get some things accomplished. By the time they wake up, you're going to be living a life that they dream of, guys. So I want to let you know, you got to get self-autonomous. You got to get high levels of autonomy within your daily grind. You got to stop waiting on people to tell you to do things. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, but you got to get to a point where you ain't even watching videos. You got to be seeking this information for yourselves. You got to be driven, self-disciplined, self-motivated, intrinsically inspired to go out there and make your dreams a reality, guys. You can't be that person that's waiting on everybody else to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Like my second year in the industry, I got tired of my company putting me in bad neighborhoods. So I got out there, took my hell map, started looking for my own neighborhoods, got really good at finding territories, and I got so good at that, I became the territory manager for my company because I was autonomous. So you got to get that autonomy to you, guys. So that's the third principle and practice I got for you to being prosperous within your grind. So if you're just getting started, man, I'm telling you, start making decisions for yourself and take your grind to that next level. Stop looking for your boss validation or trying to get what they think you should do. Have faith and believe in yourself, guys. And then last but not least, the fourth practice or principle that I got for you to being prosperous is focus. Where your focus goes, your energy flows, right? And what is focus? It's an unwavering intention to produce a result, right? An unwavering intention to produce a result. So there's this big misconception, right, of people looking for balance in their life, right? They're like, we want balance, we want balance. I want to let you know, life comes in seasons, right? And there's going to be a season of your life that requires focus and a season of your life that's going to give you balance. So understand, right now you might be in your focus season. It ain't no balance in your focus season. Telling you, you got to focus for a long time. If you know who Mark Cuban is, it took him 7 years before he took his first vacation. That's different type of focus, guys, right? So you got to focus for a very long time. And then as you focus more, you'll get more balance in your life, right? A lot of focus, a little bit of balance. A lot of focus, a little bit of balance. Then you get to a place to where you done gave it so much focus. Now you done created some income. You done created some breathing room. Now you do a little bit less focus, a little bit more balance. A little less focus, a little more balance. And then as you continue to focus more, then you'll get actually more balance and less focus. Because you done did all the necessary things you need to do to get your life to a place of balance. But please understand that there's no way you're going to be able to live the life that you want to live and accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish doing it the balanced way. That's not how life works. Life don't give you balance and focus at the same time. So you got to have the ability to focus on a goal or a dream for the right amount of time. I want to let you know, we've been building Roof Hustles for the last 4 years, guys, and it's been a focus. Like my first 4.5 years of selling roofs, I had more family balance than I had more sales focus. Like, just being honest with you. I still could sell $1 million, but I've completely balanced my family. I always want to spend time with my kids. Now we're in the second year where Roof Hustles is prospering and is growing and it's flowing at a very high level. And I want to let you know, I got so much focus on Roof Hustles that my family balance isn't the same. I don't see my kids as much as I used to see them. Do I see them all as much as I can? Definitely. But when I'm on the road for 3-4 days, I'm used to seeing them for those 3-4 days. But the focus has allowed me to reach a level of income that I couldn't reach when I was more focused on having family balance than putting the focus on the grind. But also, this focus is going to allow me to have that balance during holiday season because we done set ourselves up very well to where when this slows down, we good financially. So I want to let you know, you got to have high levels of focus when it comes to prospering. And like I told you once, where your focus goes, your energy flows. And you got to be able to focus, because the thing about, if you don't focus, distractions will get the best of you. And you'll be distracted by little nuances, things that don't matter, things that's not pushing you towards your dreams and goals, but you're giving them the time and energy because you feel like they're important and they're not. That's why you got to get to a place of prioritizing things in the right order. And we could do another episode on prioritizing, because I got a really good system when it comes to prioritizing. But the fourth thing you guys need to do, the fourth practice and principle for being prosperous, guys, is focus. You got to be able to focus for a long amount of time, and you got to be uncomfortable with being unbalanced. And the people around you, I'm telling you, they're going to tell you that you're working too hard, you're doing too much. But the crazy part about it, once you put in that work and you create that balance, everybody's going to enjoy it. That comes on the back end. So you got to get focused, guys. You got to get laser focused at that. So that's the fourth practice and principle I got for you guys for being prosperous. So a quick recap. First thing you got to do is get clarity. Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes clear. Second thing, you got to be decisive. Be quick to make decisions. Be quick to pull the trigger. When you open up the $1 Million Hustler program, don't think too much about it. Just pull the trigger. Come join us so we can show you how to be prosperous within your grind. right? Third thing you got to do, be autonomous, be self-motivated, self-driven, self-inspired. Stop looking for external people to get that engine going. You got to be able to rev that own engine, jumpstart your own engine, put jumper cables on yourself and get that thing fired up, guys, right? And then the fourth thing I need you to do is focus. Get focused on where you want to go and stay focused in that direction until you get to the destination that you're looking to be at. So those are 4 practices and principles that I got for you guys to being prosperous within your grind and within your roofing business and your sales business, guys. Because understand, it don't matter how much sales tips and tricks and tactics that you got, if spiritually you're not in alignment with where you want to go, guys. So I hope today provided some value for you, just quick information for you. Just wanted to give that to you from the heart. No paperwork that I'm reading, just wanted to give you some things that's been working for me and that's been helping me set myself apart from the competition and really start to separate myself, guys. So if you got some value out of today's episode, please leave us some comments down in the comment box. We do pay attention to those. If you want to get your copy of the Hustler's Guide to Door, make sure you shoot us an email over at roofhustlers@gmail.com. Sometimes we miss the emails, but we will reply back to you as soon as possible. Make sure you follow us on the Instagram at Roof Hustlers, Facebook, Deshaun Bryant, or the Roof Hustlers page. And make sure you join our Roof Hustlers group on Facebook. We just hit 3,000 people, so shout out to all y'all that's a part of the group. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. We just started the TikTok at Roof Hustlers. And like I said, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the whole 9, guys. So I appreciate y'all hustlers tuning in this day. Y'all be on the lookout. We got more information on the way. And as always, baby, hustle hard, hustle smart, and don't be afraid to bolt guard. Hustlers, I'm out.